Time now for the KQEG-TV High School Game of the Week. Now, the Chippewa Falls Cardinals take on the Holmen Vikings. The KQEG-TV High School Game of the Week is made possible by our sponsors, like Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Your comfort is their business on Southwest 2nd Avenue in Onalaska. Schumacher Kish Funeral and Cremation Services in La Crosse, La Crescent, and Onalaska. Boyer's Furniture, quality furniture at affordable prices on South Avenue, La Crosse. The University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. Surround yourself with distinction. Surround yourself with UWL. Pizza Corral. Round up the family and head for Pizza Corral on Holmen Drive in Holmen. Interior Design. Flooring for your home or office at Interior Design in Holmen. Citizen State Bank. A banking experience like no other with locations in La Crosse and Onalaska. And by Premier Spine Health and Injury on Main Street in Holmen. Get back in the game with Premier Spine Health and Injury. Now let's go down to the field and KQEG-TV's broadcast team, Carl Greenfield and Art Fay.
Welcome everyone to Holmen High School tonight, where we're bringing you the KQEG High School Game of the Week, where the Holmen Vikings are hosting the Chippewa Falls Cardinals. In the opening game for both these two teams, a non-conference game, the Big Rivers against the Mississippi Valley. This is Art Fay along with Carl Greenfield. We got Luke on camera tonight, and we got a beautiful night for football. 75 degrees, and it's sunny and a perfect night to start off the season here, Carl, between these two teams.
It couldn't be more perfect to start football Friday night. And this is a matchup that these two teams made last year, and Chippewa Falls was the victor, 38-24 in the opening game.
You know, and they played each other since season opener since 2005. Overall, it's a 17-9 lead here by Chippewa Falls. And last year, as you said, the Chippewa Falls Cardinals won that contest. But it's a whole different ball game tonight, the way the experience, if you will, and the defense and the key positions for Holmen coming in tonight are all filled with experienced kids.
Well, and that game was on the road for Holmen last year. They were up at Doré Field in Chippewa Falls. Beautiful facility. I lived in Chippewa for a year. It's a gorgeous artificial turf stadium up there. But yeah, you're right. Holmen returns a lot of experience, and I was in contact with Chuck Rakovich, the head coach of Chippewa Falls, and the first thing that he said to me was we were very young and inexperienced. They had 28 seniors on last year's squad, only 15 on the roster this year. That's a big difference as far as leadership is concerned. And so it's going to be interesting to see what kind of growing pains this Chippewa Falls team might need to go through to kind of figure out who their leaders are.
Well, last year they had at quarterback a gentleman named Nolan Hutzler. He was a 1,000-yard passer, graduated, and their running back, Matt Polamento, had 1,200 yards. They lost their three top tacklers off that team, and a ton of seniors on a team last year that was 3-4 and 5-5 and made the playoffs.
They only returned 4 starters out of all 22 just on the defensive side. So now this is not something that Coach Rakovich is foreign to. He's in his 45th season of coaching, 34th year at Chippewa Falls. He's going to be inducted into the Wisconsin Football Coaches Association Hall of Fame next season, along with a name we know, Menominee head coach Joe Labuda.
Yeah, same conference. And
every year those guys have been facing off for 30-plus years. It's quite a tradition.
Well, Coach Rakovich has got a record of 184 and 39. You mentioned Joe Labuda from Menominee. He says that the Big Rivers Conference this year could be one of the best in the state. So that'll be saying an awful lot here. And it'll be interesting to see what Chippewa Falls brings onto the field this evening.
Now the Holmen Vikings, led by Travis Kowalski, their head coach, is in their 4th season. 21-11 overall in his first 3 years at Holmen. Took over for the legend Steve King. So he's been with this staff since 2008. So it's something that he was able to pick up and hit the ground running with the same tradition that Steve King had established.
Well, it's real interesting. The Holmen Vikings come in here tonight, and they had 3 young men who started at quarterback last year, and all of them did very well. It's just injuries kept knocking them out. And it was Cameron Weber, Ryan Wall, and Austin DeCant. And we're looking at Ryan Weber starting tonight, or Cameron Weber starting tonight.
Spoke to Cameron's dad. He said that he's going to be starting at quarterback tonight. Now, obviously, Holmen's offense is not predicated on the pass. It is a run-heavy offense, and it's going to be Brett Holmen, who suffered a little injury last year, missed a little bit of time. Now he's coming back. He's full strength, 196-pound, big frame fullback. He's really going to be their bell cow back for the year. If Brett Holmen has a good year, the Holmen Vikings offense is going to have a good year.
Well, when we were talking about these Vikings, too, you take a look at them, they're really laying a lot of their strength and success this year could be on the defensive side as well.
And that's something that they have prided themselves on for years upon years. You go back just a couple years, you had guys like Craig Newsom Jr. It's always been Holmen's MO to be fundamentally sound, ground and pound, play good defense, shut you down.
Well, we're looking for the Vikings to run and run and run tonight. It may not be a wishbone, but the option play will definitely be there.
Yep, it is that double wing offense. There will be a lot of misdirection, a lot of motion. You and I may mess up who has the ball at times because they're so good at executing it. So that's something that an inexperienced Chippewa Falls squad is going to have to key in on. And a lot of times it's just figuring out which guy's got the ball. Because you could have somebody pop off a big run around the outside if you're not careful.
In the MVC this year, a lot of talk about the Holmen Vikings Central and as well Onalaska being in the thick of the race.
That's kind of the class of the MVCs. We covered Central's game last night. Central dominating that one 60-21. Another big win and big start for Johnny and Jordan Davis, connecting on 3 touchdown passes together.
Another game we got going tonight that's being covered by KQEG is GET is at West Salem tonight. Rick Wilson out there.
That's an old Cooley Conference
it is.
rivalry going back in the old days. West Salem's been in the MVC for 6 or 7 years now, and so it's nice to kind of renew those old rivalries.
Yeah, West Salem certainly holding their own, and we'll talk about a little bit some of the teams around the conference tonight, and we're just about getting ready as the teams are close to kickoff. We'll take a break and be right back after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
No matter where you are, it's easy to find Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Schneider Heating, La Crosse.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Here you are.
Right now, get over $1,700 in rebates and utility credits with your new Carrier Infinity Heating and Cooling System.
Call or visit us online to ask more about our Gold Star Maintenance Program.
Schneider Heating, West Salem.
Schneider Heating around West Salem. Here you go.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Premier Spine Health and Injury in Holmen has opened a new state-of-the-art chiropractic facility in Holmen. They offer a specialized exam and specific plan to deal with your pain.
Whiplash, concussions, TMJ, carpal tunnel, even headaches and migraines. We work to relieve the pain caused by these symptoms so that you can get back to doing the things that you love.
Set up an appointment today. Your first visit is only $39 and it's donated to the charity of your choice. Call or stop by Holmen's Premier Chiropractic Office, Premier Spine Health and Injury at 814 Main Street in Holmen. Premier Spine
Welcome back to Holmen High School. The Vikings wearing the dark uniforms tonight. Chippewa Falls Cardinals in the white with the red trim. And the Vikings will be kicking off. Kicking off is number 24, Tyler Bolin. And kicking off will be number 24 for the Vikings, Brecken Turner. And Tyler Bolin, number 22, and Nicholas Bruder are deep. Taken at about the 9-yard line. And reverse. Tackled hard. Brought down to the 16-yard line.
That's a big hit from Carson Westcott, the 6'2", 195-pound sophomore. And that's the way to get your season rolling.
Boy, he tagged him. So they marked the ball at the 17-yard line.
Chippewa Falls finished last season 5-5, 3-4 in the Big Rivers Conference. Holmen Vikings were the MVC champs last year at 6-1. Struggled in non-conference, lost their first playoff game, and finished 6-4.
That was an interesting year last year with all those teams that were in the thick of that one. All right, here we go. Fumble in the backfield, and the quarterback finds a little bit of a seam and gets out to about the 19, maybe got to the 20-yard line.
That's Hayden Goodman, the senior, starting at quarterback tonight.
He is one of the captains. The captains for Chippewa Falls are number 26, Caton Solberg, and number 56, Devon Platt. Here we come up with a second down, and we'll call it 8. Ball at the 20. And going in motion. And handoff between the guards. A little power run up to about the 25. So
good push there. Interior line did their job. See number 60, Jake Thompson. He is one of the returning starters on the defensive side that Coach Reykjavik referenced.
First possession of the game, third down and 3. Chippewa Falls team had a scrimmage with New Richmond and Sparta in the conference. And there's a pile.
Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go, exactly. Ben Steinmetz for a loss on the play, and it'll bring a 4th down.
That was number 7, Ben Steinmetz, like you said. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Junior in there to punt away is Jack Meyer, number 2. And deep to receive this punt will be Justin Jones. Plays mostly as a defensive back for the Vikings. End-over-end kick will come down to the 45. Picked up by Jones on the sideline. Gets to midfield and a little bit more, and that's where the Vikings will have the football for the first time.
Nice strong return there by Jones. Gets Holmen in good field position. Good first defensive stop, 3 and out. We'll get our first look at Cameron Weber, back from the hip injury last year.
Yeah, he had a dislocated hip when we were talking to his dad, and he was just saying he was like 3 months on crutches. But he was back to 100%.
He was talking about the Bo Jackson situation.
Yep.
You know, they had to make sure blood flow was good, and otherwise they were talking artificial hip, which is impossible to fathom at 17 years old.
And their big back in the backfield, that's number 44. They're going to like to go to him, Brett Holden. Comes out of a 4-point stance, and he gets the football right away, and he powers ahead. That'll be good for about 4 yards. Brett Holden, he got hurt late in the year last year, but he still managed about a 900-yard game, or career rather.
Just short of 1,000, and still had 11 touchdowns on the year too.
That didn't go unnoticed for head coach Chuck Reykjavik for Chippewa Falls. He was well aware that they're going to go to Holden a lot. This time, Weber kept it, and he might have rolled ahead for a yard. Weber last year, after that injury, he got back into the basketball season. But, you know, being on your crutches that long, you know, that he had to build up that strength in his leg again.
Yeah.
But he's in great shape right now.
He looks strong. You see number 22, Nathan Navala. Every time I see 22 now, I think it's somebody named Cable, but it's not this year.
Deep pitch. This is Jaden Abraham. Turns the corner, cuts it, spins. He's got the first down. He's down to the 35-yard line for the senior.
10-yard run for Abraham. And our first down of the 2019 season belongs to him.
Jaden's grown a lot from his sophomore year. Now out there, he's standing about 5'10". Quick young man. He made it to the state in track. Here goes Holden again. Boy, right over his center. And a gang tackle up the middle. But a good yardage pickup of 4 or 5.
A good broad defensive line there for Chippewa Falls. Gage Gallardo, number 77, a senior. Mentioned Jake Thompson, 6'2", 290 pounds, number 60.
Gave Holden the credit of 4-yard pickup, so second down and 6 at the 31. You know, Holmen, we don't expect to pass an awful lot, but they certainly got the tools to do it. Again, look out. Holden got loose and he broke tackles through the linebackers. He got himself a big pickup and a first down.
About a 10-yard gain there for Brett Holden. Another first down.
All the way down to the 21.
I think one of the most impressive things I've noticed about Brett Holden is his ability to keep his balance, keep his pad level low, but still keep his head up, keep aware, and give the impact rather than take the impact.
200 pounds. He can dish it out. There he goes again. And end up Weber carrying that football.
Nice gain for Cameron Weber.
Yeah, that was a fooled me on that one.
See, like we said in the open, we're going to get messed up a couple times.
7-yard pickup for Cameron.
And I'm sure it feels really good for him to get out there, get these first reps in a full-speed game after a devastating injury last year.
The Cardinals knew they had to be on their A game tonight because this is a tough Holmen team that they're facing this evening.
Well, and it's not like they're strangers to each other. They played each other last year. A lot of the Holmen team is the same.
On our way, and breaking a tackle and spinning. Oh, loose football. Does he say he's down?
Does he say the ground caused the fumble?
No.
That's Chippewa ball.
It is.
And we don't have the benefit of instant replay in the high school ranks for a booth review or anything, so that's going to stand.
They will. The ballot.
Yeah, the question is where they spot it. 2-yard line?
Wait a second. No. They said here's what it is. They said he was into the end zone.
They said he was in the end zone and lost it.
So
it was
touchdown.
Touchdown run.
Navala. Brannis with the extra point attempt. And that's a clean kick, and it's through. It's good. So the Vikings score first. Making it 7-0. We got 6:55 left in the first quarter. We'll take a break and be right back after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
I often hear from people that a bank is just a bank. Well, I encourage you to talk to our customers, our employees, or check out our reviews to find out why you can't live without Citizens State Bank. I also encourage you to stop in one of our offices, since the difference will be felt within seconds, and is why we are known to have one of the best cultures in the industry. So what are you waiting for? Why don't you stop in to check out what all the buzz is about? I guarantee you won't be disappointed.
Welcome back. Vikings scoring from about 12 yards out on Nathan Navala's run. He lost the football, but that was well before he got into the end zone, so it counts. 7-0.
And we're in early season form too. You know, we thought it was a And it turns out we were wrong, and that's okay. I will always be happy to admit when I've been wrong.
I'm just looking for the officials, and
I hope my wife's listening.
yeah, the officials for the signal, and I didn't see that happening. All right, Brecken Turner, the sophomore, kicking off, number 24. And again, deep, number 11, Nicholas Bruder, number 22, Tyler Bolin. End over end, this is going to come on our side of the field.
Chippewa Falls ran a reverse last time, kind of on an island there. Return for Bruder. Or for those natives of the Chippewa Falls area, it's affectionately known as Chi High.
Chi High, yeah.
I taught and coached at McDonald High School in Chippewa Falls, the Catholic school there.
Very well aware how that is.
So I'm very well aware. It's right across the street. And we played on their football field. It was
you shared the
Dory
field?
Field shared the field, much like Aquinas and Central share a
UWL.
field at UWL.
Talk about Central last night. Boy, did they pound Eau Claire
My
North.
goodness.
Wow. So I was looking at that, and Johnny Davis at quarterback, he had, he's unofficial total, but 178 yards passing and 156 rushing himself.
We got a timeout called by Travis Kowalski.
Well, with the timeout on the field, tell you a little bit about Schumacher Kish Funeral Homes. One of our sponsors tonight have been serving the La Crosse area for over 50 years. Traditional service or prearranged funeral plans, it's comforting to know they'll be there when you need them. Schumacher Kish, they've got locations in La Crosse, La Crescent, and Onalaska. Tomorrow, KQEG will also be covering the Aquinas game. Prairie du Chien comes to town at noon. We'll be streaming it. You can watch it Monday night at 6 on KQEG TV. And that Aquinas team, they're playing all different kinds of game teams this year that they've never seen before.
And like you were saying off the air, I got to brush up on it as well. What sort of conference Aquinas is in? I mean, they're heading down south.
Exactly.
A lot of small schools down there.
1st and 10 play, caught out there on the far side of the field and wrestled down. Rylan Wall making the tackle. Rylan Wall was last year's quarterback for 7 games last year as a sophomore, and he did really well.
That was Bodie Torkelson. It's a good name. The 5'11 junior running back. Got a gain of 4 on that play. But yeah, you're right. Rylan Wall filled in admirably as a quarterback.
You know, they didn't pass an awful lot, but probably the bigger stat.
They were effective when they did.
He did not throw an interception in the 7 games he played, which is pretty impressive.
That's notable, no matter how little you pass.
Gang tackled on the left side of the line.
Got feet flying in the air. A sea of maroon. He's taking down Colin Bodette.
It's a big kid. He's a sophomore, so there's a lot of inexperience out there, and that's what Rajkovic, the head coach for Chippewa Falls, is talking about his team. We're going to have to play a really good game tonight to stay with these Vikings. And the defense is one of the things that the Vikings are priding themselves on, and it's showing tonight. Here we got a 3rd and 5, and out of the gun goes Goodman for the Cardinals.
4 wide.
Looking to his left, a little down and out. He's got his man out there. He's got the first down. Just a simple little down and out. Picks up a good chunk of yardage.
And that's Tyler Bolin making the grab. 5'8" running back, but good receiver out in the flat. Our first receiving play of the game.
And just going back to the La Crosse Central game last night, Johnny Davis passed for 3 touchdowns, and they all went to his brother, Jordan.
Well, you know, there was some speculation. Would Todd Fergutt allow the Wisconsin Badgers allow Johnny and Jordan to pursue football this year, knowing that they were committed to the Wisconsin Badger basketball program?
You know, I've heard those kind of stories, but I've heard a lot of coaches encourage that. You know, just enjoy your high school years.
I was very, very pleased to see that the Badgers had said go ahead and play, because that's, like you said, that's part of your formative years. And a well-rounded athlete is a well-rounded person. So I see it as very important to be able to be a multi-sport athlete.
Out of the gun. And rolling to his right. A little down and out. The pass is complete. Right on it is the defense. That came up
That's
on that.
Sam Barnett.
Yeah, he did a nice job closing in on that one right away. It was complete to Bolin. So it'll bring up 3rd down and long.
No gain on the play. 3rd and almost 10. Got about 4:08 left in the first quarter. Holmen up 7-0.
Aiden Goodman. Senior QB looking.
Blitz up the middle. Nice blitz pickup.
Oh,
and he hauls it. Oh, no, it fell incomplete. What do we got?
I think
incomplete. The back judge coming in saying that it's incomplete. What an athletic effort there from Tyler Bolin. I thought for sure that he had hauled it in, and then it popped out just as he hit the ground.
Yeah,
but the blitz pickup by Ben Steinmetz up the middle saved Goodman from getting a whole lot of Holmen right in the face.
The side judge was waiting for help, and he got it from the backfield judge. Wow, that was about as close as it can get without making it happen. All right, Justin Jones deep to receive this punt. He's clearing out. Gonna walk away from it. It'll bounce and roll out of bounds.
Friendly roll.
It did.
Inside the 20-yard line. You know, punters are measured by, that's one of their stats is, you know, punts inside the 20.
I got one there. I guess that's about the
It's on
19.
the 19,
yeah.
so it's inside the 20. It may only be barely inside the 20, but that'll be on his stat sheet.
Well, here comes the Vikings. They kept it on the ground exclusively on that first drive. It'll be interesting to see if they hand off a few times to, like, Jaden Abraham. He's got so much speed coming from the slot.
There he goes in motion, and there it is.
Got a blocker in front of him, puts his head down, drives ahead.
Nice play by Ethan Raffensperger to sniff that out, keep him contained. Like you said, Abraham, good speed on the edge.
Got a nice block from Holden in front of him. Picks up 4, 2nd down and 6.
Every one of those Holmen running backs has big playability. Even the big man, Brett Holden.
Yeah, Holden, some of the speed that he had in the 40. There he goes just off the right side.
I saw in the newspaper that they were talking about 4.5 speed in the 40. I find that a little hard to believe at the high school level. But, you know, hand timed, you get a little extra boost. Yeah. Probably in the 4.7 range, which is still very good for a high schooler.
Pretty quick.
Especially over 200 pounds.
Yeah. 3rd down and 3. Ball spotted at the 25. Sart Fay along with Carl Greenfield. We've got Luke on camera for us tonight. First game of the season, non-conference game for both these clubs. And Weber has got the football. He could hit there, and he's going to be short of the first down as he dives ahead for maybe a yard.
A bit of a broken play.
Kind of looked like
it. Almost looked like Weber was expecting someone else to take the handoff, and he got about a yard going around the edge, and look at this.
4th down. Boy,
deep in their own territory.
4th and 2. A lot of confidence in their defense if they don't get it.
I see it more as a lot of confidence in their offense to get it.
We'll see.
We'll see who's right. I think they were just trying to.
They may have been trying to pull them off. Yep.
Draw a jump. And a timeout. Kowalski's down to just one timeout now. 1:38 left, first quarter.
A lot of things going on in KQEG. A special look back at this year's races at the Lacrosse Fairgrounds. It's coming up this Sunday. Experience the excitement of the short track racing Sunday night at 7 on KQEG's Knights of Thunder program.
The races out at the West Salem Speedway, always an exciting event. In fact, my boss's cousin, Todd Korish, brought his race car over to Luke to put some custom exhaust on it for
really dial it up a little bit
for the Oktoberfest races coming up. So
very cool. All right, here we go. 4th down.
Going for it.
Weber's
got it by plenty.
He does. He followed Holden on the left guard center hole, and it was there. A little bit of a delay, and there it was.
Gain of about 6 on the play, gets the first down, and a new set of downs. Like we said, bold move to go for it so deep in your own territory, but that's confidence is what it is.
Justin Jones checks into the lineup as a wide receiver, number 17.
You know, speaking of the Wisconsin Badgers program, Holmen alum Tate Grass came in as a preferred walk-on. So we'll see if he's got some form of a future with the Badger football program.
Weber trying to get it too.
Big target,
Jones.
Justin
Yeah.
Jones, 6'3", long arms. He was looking for a flag, but no go on that one.
First pass of the game, and it was one to try to open it up. So we got 56 seconds left in the first quarter. Brings up a 2nd and 10.
There's a beach ball flying around the student section to our left. They're in mid-season form.
Oh, I love it when the kids get going.
Band sounded really good before the game.
Pitch out to Abraham. He cuts it up, breaks a tackle, slips his second one's got the first down.
Look at
look at the football.
balance.
He lost it out of bounds. So,
but the sense of balance to stop dead on a dime and not fall and hit the ground and still able to plant and gain an extra 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, he is so quick. You know, he was a sprinter at the state this year as a junior. And he saw the speed that was out there, and he was talking about how do I improve for next year. But just being there at the state as a junior is quite an accomplishment.
Anytime you can make the state track meet is a huge feat. Farthest I ever made it was a sectional meet.
That's pretty impressive right there.
One step away from state. And the high jump.
Remember your height?
6 foot.
That's pretty good. All right, 1st and 10, and we got a whistle. Delay a game.
First penalty flag of the game.
Yeah,
First time we've had any reason to look at the white hat.
Yeah.
Referee signals the delay of game from the back judge.
Coach Travis Kowalski was signaling to Cameron Weber, watch when you see that backfield judge's arm going. You're down to your last 5.
He's been their offensive coordinator for many years prior to being the head coach and is still the offensive coordinator, so he knows a little something about keeping an eye on the clock.
1st and 15 now. Weber keeps it. He dives ahead for about 7 yards, gets right at midfield.
Got most of the penalty back, well, all of the penalty back and a little bit more.
So it's 2nd down.
It may be the last play of the first quarter. We're under 30 seconds. See if they're going to try and get one more off before the whistle.
It looks like they will. 2nd down and 8, right at midfield. Looking right down that line. Pitch comes out our way. Here's Navala. And he's dragged down by his jersey, and he's just going to be shy of the first down. But we'll figure that out as we roll into the second quarter as That wraps up the first, with the Holmen Vikings leading this one 7-0 over Chippewa Falls Cardinals. We'll be right back after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
You know that Boyers is a small family business.
That doesn't mean it's not fully staffed. Here's our sales department.
Purchasing department.
Delivery and setup.
Warehouse crew.
Quality control.
Advertising.
We've got the best in sales, service, and selection. Come on down and check out Boyer's Furniture.
There's no place like La Crosse, Wisconsin, with the river and the bluffs.
Academic success, athletic success, all of our programs are doing really well right now.
Coming out here and playing my first conference game, I had a bunch of goosebumps, I had chills, I was excited, I was nervous. I felt every emotion that, you can feel.
College, when you think of what that experience is and the growth as a person and as a student and as an athlete, there's no place like UW La Crosse.
As we roll into the second quarter, brings up a 3rd down and short for the Vikings. They've been mixing it up a little bit tonight with Cameron Weber and Jaden Abraham along with Holden. This seems to me this is a tailor-made down for Brett Holden.
7-0 lead came on the run of Nathan Navala. 12-yard touchdown run. Fooled us all as far as whether or not that was actually a touchdown, because he did lose the football right at the end of the run, but I think it was after he had crossed the plane, and that's a no big deal at that point.
Here we go, 3rd down. Handoff, Holden spins, and he's got the first down as he gets down to the 40.
You absolutely called it.
Yeah,
you see number 74, Dylan Langrer, offensive lineman leading the way.
So it's a first down at the 40. Shadows taking over the field tonight. Sunset will be about 8 o'clock, so it'll be close to about halftime.
Were you here with me a season or two ago when the bank of lights across the way went out?
I was.
That sure was something. It wasn't quite as bad as what the Packers and Raiders had last night with the 80-yard field, but it was they could only go offensively to our left.
Correct.
Because the bank of lights across the way at around the 15-yard line had gone out. So they just did not have enough visibility.
But I like the creativeness of the coaches and the officials to say, let's do it this way.
Yeah. They let it work.
2nd down and 9. Weber pitches back to Abraham. Slides past one. Tackle and gets down to the 30. He's very close to the first down.
We got an illegal block in the back that's against going against Nathan Navala. Pretty plain as day, a garden variety call, as Terry Erickson would call it.
Well, that negates a nice run. Watching this team play tonight, Carl, they're going to have some big plays. There's going to be breaking loose somewhere along the line here. Not necessarily tonight, but during the season.
But it's what they do to continually wear you down and wear you out. And, it's like body punches in a fight. They eventually add up.
Well, they got big kids out there.
You got the haymaker every once in a while, but those body punches, they collect after a while.
So with the penalty, it's 2nd down and 20. Handoff Navala. And he picks up a good chunk of yards. You call that 7-yard pickup.
Third and long. We know they've gone to the air once with Cameron Weber, trying to find his big target, Justin Jones. Obvious passing down, unless maybe you're the Holmen Vikings with a run-heavy offense, but this would certainly be the opportunity.
Got to get down to the 30-yard line for first down. Over the top, and there it is.
Tight end. That's Isaac Elson, 6'4", senior, 210 pounds. That's a big target. That's the quarterback's best friend.
It was, and just a nice little snap pass over the top there. Tackled by Jacob Carone.
See, and I mentioned Tate Grass. He certainly reminds me of watching Tate Grass go across the middle, running a quick seam route.
About a 15-yard pickup. At the 29-yard line, the Vikings now threatening again. Holden straight ahead. He's got his head up as he gets past the linebackers and down to the 14-yard line.
He absolutely ran over a man and carried a couple more tacklers with him.
Isaac Schneider finally making the tackle for the Cardinals, number 52. But he got past those linebackers, and then he just kind of jump on his back and wait for help. So 1st and 10 at the 14. Yeah, these Vikings are not surprising us with the kind of run game that they're showing us tonight. Here's Weber, and he's going to go all the way in.
14 yards, touchdown score, Cameron Weber.
Weber just with a little fake to the line, and he waited for the blocking to clear. And he did a nice job maneuvering through that hole. So a lot of time left in this second quarter, 8:53. The extra point attempt coming up.
A little bit of a low snap, good hold, good kick.
Good. Makes it 14-0. And the Vikings will come to the sideline, group up, get ready for the kickoff. We'll take a break and be right back after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
Premier Spine Health and Injury in Holmen has opened a new state-of-the-art chiropractic facility in Holmen. They offer a specialized exam and specific plan to deal with your pain.
Whiplash, concussions, TMJ, carpal tunnel, even headaches and migraines. We work to relieve the pain caused by these symptoms so that you can get back to doing the things that you love.
Set up an appointment today. Your first visit is only $39 and it's donated to the charity of your choice. Call or stop by Holmen's Premier Chiropractic Office, Premier Spine Health and Injury at 814 Main Street in Holmen.
We're back, 14-0. The Holmen Vikings lead the Chippewa Falls Cardinals tonight. Vikings, as we said, coming into this game, trying to defend their MVC championship. They were 6-4 when they ended up last year, 6-1 in the MVC. Chippewa Falls was 500 last year, but they lost a lot of kids to graduation. So they're working with a very young club today. I think what did you say? We started with the game, we had 15 or so.
15 seniors this year, 28 seniors last year.
And
most of them were starters.
Yeah, exactly.
18 out of their 22 starters gone to graduation.
All right, Brecken Turner set to kick off. And as we've seen before, Bruder number 11 and 22 is Bolin deep for the Cardinals. And to tell you the truth, Turner's done a nice job of kicking it off, keeping it deep.
Good strong leg. Another good kick to the sideline, and it is a penalty, however.
Yep, just bounced out. I think it comes out to the 35, I believe.
You know, it wasn't until I began officiating any games before I learned where to spot an out-of-bounds kick. It's 25 yards from the spot of the kick. So the NFL, they kick from the 35, so it comes out to the 40. High school, they kick from the 40, so it goes to the 35.
Oh. Well, here we go. The Cardinals have had a hard time getting any kind of consistent offense going. And a pass, looking over on the right far side of the field.
Oh, just overthrown. He had his man.
It was Bruce Sanborn out there. He was open. It's overthrew the receiver.
An accurate pass. Gets right to him.
Yeah, I think Goodman
only
would
a safety to beat.
I think Goodman would love to have that one back.
You could see Sanborn show a little frustration as that one sailed over his head. We heard a thump in the press box here. I think that was the Chippewa Falls coaching staff. And as they always do, they take care of us in the booth here. Got drinks and looks like maybe some hot dogs have made their way up here for a little halftime snack.
That's all right. Bodie Torkelson with a carry for about 2 yards. So that'll bring up third down now and 8. Cardinals have to get past the 45-yard line for a first down.
Got an official timeout.
Now we're ready to go. Justin Jones, Caleb Mattel, who we haven't mentioned tonight, the top D-backs. There's a fumble in the backfield.
The Cardinals fortunate to fall on top of that.
Yeah, they never really got that one going. Caleb Mattel, who's an all-conference returning D-back, usually gets the assignment of the top receivers for the opposing team. He wears number 32.
Line drive kick.
Yep, Jones going to take it at the 35. Slips a tackle and dives ahead to the 41.
Jack Meyer with another punt. I believe that's his fourth one of the day. Probably the shortest return that we've seen from Justin Jones.
So first down. Officials mark it back at the 40.
And I was mistaken earlier. I thought Travis Kowalski had called 2 timeouts. It's 1 apiece. There's 2 remaining for each team.
Yeah, not much going on in that first down play.
Brett Holden, not much room to run. Maybe a yard.
Next week, Chippewa Falls travels to Medford, their second game of the season.
Medford is always a difficult matchup. I know when I was in high school, we met Medford in the postseason.
You know, and the Holmen Vikings, they don't get any easier. They take on Menominee next week. There's Abraham. Nice pickup. Just shy of the first down.
Call it a gain of 8.
Third down, we'll call it a long one.
4 carries, 30 yards, unofficially for Abraham.
Yeah, he's got the big runs. All right, third down. Got to get across the 50-yard line. Novella caught in the backfield, and he's going to be short, no gain.
And they're going to go for it, I would almost
think so,
assume.
Yeah. Bottom of that pile making the tackle, Owen Krista.
Cardinals have to be ready for any sort of attempt to draw them off sides, too. Back to pass. Another.
Oh, there it is. Slipped a tackle.
Another hit for Elson. Big play, big gain.
Nice soft hands. Isaac Elson Reached back and got that one.
It wasn't the most accurate pass, but it worked. 25-yard gain.
Very efficient. You know, and
was thrown to his back hip. He had to turn and catch it out of stride, but
you know, he just gets past the
adjustment.
linebackers, and he's been wide open. So first down, all the way down to the 24. Holden. You know, I can tell you that this Chippewa Falls team knows all about Brett Holden because he's having a difficult time in the middle. They're really keying on him.
He's had a couple of big runs, but he's been kept in check for the most part.
Second down and 10. Maybe a half a yard pickup on the play.
Unofficially, I've got Brett Holden for 9 carries, 42 yards.
Those are hard yards.
Yes.
Tough ones.
Those are big boy yards.
Yeah. All right. It's second and 10. Weber, a little lob pass going to the end zone.
Oh, in and out of the hands of Elson.
That was tipped away at the very last minute. Not 100% sure, but I think it was Sanborn who tipped that one away.
Got a little piece of it, just enough to disrupt the timing, and Elson couldn't haul it in.
Third down and 10. See where they go with this one. It's kind of two down territory. So bring up fourth
an
down.
Incomplete pass. A little bit of a shovel pass. Left-handed from Cameron Weber. Kind of a dangerous play. So it looks like the field goal unit is coming on. And Brecken Turner on to attempt what's going to amount to a 41-yard field goal.
Wow, that's a lot of confidence. That's a long one. He was solid with his extra points, but I don't know about a 40-yarder. Wow.
It's
Look at
long
that.
enough.
He
And
got
it's
it. Oh, my goodness. Turner, where'd he come from?
I don't know, but that's a beautiful kick from a sophomore, Brecken Turner.
Pretty impressive. So with 4:27 left in the half, it is now a 17-0 score. What a kick. One of our sponsors tonight, the Citizens State Bank. Is it time to dump your bank? Make the switch to Citizens State Bank and discover why they're considered one of the top banks in the nation and one of the best cultures in the industry. Citizens State Bank, an experience like no other. They've got locations in Onalaska and La Crosse. If you'd like to see highlights of tonight's game, be sure to join Terry Erickson. He's got a program called Seven Rivers Sports. That's at Wednesday. It airs at 5:30 and 9 o'clock, and we certainly will have some highlights of tonight's game.
We've had a busy week as KQEG TV. Like we mentioned last night, the Central Red Raiders dominating their opener. And that was played at Central High School. They've experimented with it last year once. And I think they're looking at potentially moving out of Roger Herring Stadium, you know, as a possibility. I know most of their games are going to be played at UWL this year, but for the first time in 30-plus years, they played a game at Central High School.
Yeah.
Last season.
Well, that'll be interesting.
And I'm just speculating. It's interesting that, you know, for years and years and years they played at UWL, and now looking to play some true home games.
So we got a 1st and 10. Ball at the 25 for Chippewa Fall. Shy high. And we got maybe a yard pickup.
It's Boland. for the carry.
Yeah, Chi has just not been able to get their offense in gear, and I give that credit to the tough defense they're facing here with the Vikings tonight.
Boy, if you're Chi, you really want to see if you can get something on the board before halftime, because Holmen will receive the second half kickoff.
Yeah, there's 3:47. Inside handoff again. Look out. Got some running room on the far side.
There's a big play for Boland.
Tyler Boland coming from our side of the field. Got some running room and turned the corner. Brought it all the way out to midfield.
23-yard carry on that one. And that's the best play of the night for the Cardinals.
A handoff right up the middle.
Couple of yards on that one.
Yep. Second down. We'll call it 3-yard gain. Second down and 7. And some tough yardage inside again. It'll bring up third down and maybe about 3.
Misdirection goes to Boland. It's his third carry of this series and his third carry of the game. Been largely unused in the running game. Been the primary target in the passing game.
And the middle of that line for Holmen, Dylan Langer, Drake Shams, Caden Banks, Jaden Nesseth doing a great job. Third down. Pitch back. Oh, and caught in the backfield. And dropped for a big loss.
And there's Sam Barnett making another big play. The 5'8", 175-pound junior linebacker. Loss of about 5 on the play.
Boland was the carrier. But I think Chi High is going to punt this one away again now as we're inside of 2 minutes left in the half.
Jack Meyer deep to kick it. Justin Jones deep to receive.
Jones standing at his 10-yard line. Give him plenty of space out there.
Meyer will need to be careful.
Whoa. That defense was in on there. And going back is Jones. He took a pause there before he took off. Waiting for his blockers. And he gets up around the 20-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds.
I'm actually surprised to see that Jones had fielded that one because it was kicked so deep. It's almost one of those take a chance that it rolls through the end zone. But the end result is about the same. He got it out to about the 20-yard line, so.
Well, the Vikings are up 17-0, a minute 10 left. Got this football at their own 20. We'll see if they try to have a couple of big plays and make something of this here before the half.
And they got there by a 12-yard touchdown run by Navala, 14-yard touchdown run by Cameron Weber, and a 41-yard field goal by Brecken Turner.
Late pitch back to Jaden Abraham.
Wow. That's a long time to run before you pitch the ball. But perfect execution by Abraham to maintain that angle as the running back to stay behind Weber so as to not constitute an illegal pitch.
That was good for a first down, about a 14-yard pickup at the 34. And Brett Holden just tackled right away. He's going to lose a yard.
Nowhere to go.
Boy, he was met quickly.
And, you know, I think probably the most unfair portion of that previous run is that Abraham's going to get credit for the rushing yards on that one because he was the eventual ball carrier, but Cameron Weber did a lot of the work.
He did. Elijah Habel making that tackle. Another sophomore out there for Chippewa Falls. Here's Weber rolling to his left and setting up. A little push pass out there to Elson. Back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's about it. That's one of those Brett Favre-looking passes.
That's right.
Guess it doesn't matter if as long as it makes it and it's complete.
It's going to look good in the box score, maybe. You know, it's like in baseball, a little dribbler down the third base line that ends up an infield single, looks like a line drive in the box score.
Abraham just really close to that first down line.
And
that's
we're at half.
It. We are at half. So these Vikings on the ground doing a lot of damage here. And going to be lining up. We've got some special program here at halftime, but we'll take a break and be right back. It's 17-0 halftime. Vikings leading Chippewa Falls on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
No matter where you are, it's easy to find Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Schneider Heating, Lacrosse.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Here you are.
Right now, get over $1,700 in rebates and utility credits with your new Carrier Infinity heating and cooling system.
Call or visit us online to ask more about our Gold Star maintenance program.
Schneider Heating, West Salem.
Schneider Heating around West Salem. Here you go.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
From the bluffs to the river, surround yourself with
knowledge,
competition, the arts,
friendships.
Surround yourself with distinction.
Surround yourself with UW Lacrosse.
From the bluffs to the river, surround yourself with
knowledge,
competition, the arts,
friendships.
Surround yourself with distinction.
Surround yourself with UW Lacrosse.
Stop in now at our biggest sale of the summer at Interior Designs in Holmen. All our carpets are on sale, so you'll save money and get more for free. Free measuring and estimating at your home. Free furniture moving, even that heavy couch and king-size bed. Free removal of your old carpet and padding, and we'll recycle it. Free life of carpet labor warranty for as long as you own the carpet. All at the lowest prices of the year and 12 months no interest financing. Save money and get more for free during the biggest carpet sale of the year going on now at Interior Designs Holmen. Stop.
It's halftime, and the Viking band is on the field. It's 17-0. The Holmen Vikings leading the Chippewa High Cardinals. You know, and Carl, I'm going to let you introduce the band because this is your specialty.
This is kind of my thing. Michelle Jensen, been the band director at Holmen for about 6 to 8 years now. Always does an excellent job. And so we'll let the drum majors ascend. The one drum major will ascend the ladder, and then the two assistants flanking on either side. And you can see Michelle Jensen in the foreground with the sheet of paper in front of her. Holmen High School's band, I believe, was the winner of last year's Oktoberfest parade. They were at least top two. I was sitting at home watching it, live tweeting, or I guess live texting it to my wife who was at work because she couldn't watch it. So let's tune in and enjoy the Holmen High School band under the direction of Michelle Jensen. All right, as the band makes their way off the field, a fantastic performance by the Holmen High School band. Brand new uniforms a couple years ago. Brand new color guard uniforms as well. They're very proud of their new threads, and looks like they're going to head up to play the school song right in front of the crowd. But the Holmen High School band played Bohemian Rhapsody, Stairway to Heaven, and Sgt. Pepper by the Beatles. And another fantastic performance. Art, I know you are. Those were kind of your golden years.
I know.
Growing up.
Sometimes, when you hit high school bands and show choirs are playing my rock and roll songs, you kind of go, what happened?
Well, the thing is, I don't think there's any pep band that has a tune that's any newer than about 15 years old in their repertoire. The perfect pep band era is, you've got Hey Baby, you've got Land of a Thousand Dances, 25 or 6 to 4.
There you go.
It's right in that wheelhouse.
You're hitting my sweet spot.
That's right. All right, so we're going to take a little break before they start the second half. And you are watching the Holmen Vikings and the Chippewa Falls Cardinals. Holmen in the lead at half, 17-0. We'll be right back on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
It's halftime on the KQEG TV High School Game of the Week. Tonight's game features the Chippewa Falls Cardinals and the Holmen Vikings. We'll return with the second half of tonight's game after these messages.
You know that Boyers is a small family business.
That doesn't mean it's not fully staffed. Here's our sales department.
Purchasing department.
Delivery and setup.
Warehouse crew.
Quality control.
Advertising.
We've got the best in sales, service, and selection. Come on down and check out Boyer's Furniture.
Premier Spine Health and Injury in Holmen has opened a new state-of-the-art chiropractic facility in Holmen. They offer a specialized exam and specific plan to deal with your pain.
Whiplash, concussions, TMJ, carpal tunnel, even headaches and migraines. We work to relieve the pain caused by these symptoms so that you can get back to doing the things that you love.
Set up an appointment today. Your first visit is only $39 and it's donated to the charity of your choice. Call or stop by Holmen's Premier Chiropractic Office, Premier Spine Health and Injury at 814 Main Street in Holmen. Premier Spine.
Mix 96 and 107.3 La Crosse. I'm Reed Magnum.
And I'm Chelsea Lynn, and the feedback from 107.3 has been amazing.
You guys have been awesome. Now, if this is news to you, what is 107.3 FM? 96.1 FM, still playing Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran, Ariana Grande, but 107.3 FM can now listen to in and around La Crosse. We got a tower right across the river, sends a signal directly into La Crosse. So if you're in La Crosse or around there, 107.3 FM.
We're back for the second half tonight. Holmen in the dark jerseys tonight. Shy High, Chippewa Falls in the white with a red trim. Start fail along with Carl Greenfield. We got Luke on camera tonight. It's 17-0 at halftime. The Vikings doing a lot on the ground. Occasionally throwing the football a few times with Cameron Weber. But a lot of damage to the defense for Chippewa Falls tonight, done by the ground game.
And I'll run down a little bit of the individual tallies after the kickoff here.
And a short kickoff to the up man at the 28-yard line. Gets across the 35, and he's going to be gang tackled at about the 40.
That's number 10, Luke LeClaire. Sophomore quarterback on the kick return team. For the Holmen Vikings, leading the way, 6 carries, 53 yards for Jaden Abraham. Brett Holden, 10 carries, 41 yards. Cameron Weber has 6 carries after this play.
Abraham again using his speed and cutting it back up. Nice big play. About 9 yards. He avoided a tackle in the backfield. They'll bring up second down and short. All be spotted at about the 48-yard line.
Anyways, back to Cameron Weber, 6 carries, 35 yards, and a touchdown score.
Okay, we got a flag on the play here too, Carl.
Looks like that one's going to come back.
It is, holding against the Vikings.
Nathan Navala, 4 carries, 25 yards, and a touchdown score. For the Chippewa Falls Cardinals, a lot of individuals touched the ball, but the big carrier for the team, 23 yards on 4 carries for Boland. 2 for 4 passing for Goodman, all to Boland for 8 yards. And Cameron Weber was 3 for 6 passing for 37 yards, all to Elson.
Weber back to pass, got a little bit of time, dodges one tackler.
He's just got to get rid of it.
He is, and just throw it out of bounds.
Threw it to the cheerleaders. Smart play by Weber. Good job to avoid the sack.
Yeah. Abraham was in the vicinity, but probably only by the zip code. So, second down and 13. And it was parents' night tonight. And with the number of kids that Holmen has got out, that's a lot of parents, plus the senior cheerleaders and pom team.
And the equipment managers and everybody to be recognized. See, the equipment managers are decked out in jerseys as well. A little swing pass to Abraham.
That didn't fool the Cardinals. Making a tackle on that was Benjamin Karani. Out of his tight end position, got out there and made the tackle on Abraham. So a gain of 2. That'll bring up third down and 11. See where they take this one. Little option. Weber cuts it up. And he had a little bit of daylight, but then a linebacker come up there and nailed him.
And that was Tyler Boland, the two-way player, coming up and making the play. He was not fooled. And a quick 3 and out here. Lone bright spot, really, for the Chi-High Cardinals.
So Bracken Turner is in to punt.
Turner made a 41-yard field goal near the end of the first half. And that would have been good from nearly 50.
Yeah, that was a wow to me.
Anytime you can be a high school kicker and make one from 40 plus, that's a big deal.
He will be turning some heads.
And only a sophomore.
So the ball goes to the 35-yard line.
Probably the best kicker that we've seen out of our area is Ryan Byrne, out of West Salem. Now at UW La Crosse.
Byrne is doing spectacular as a kicker out there. I was listening to Mike Schmitz. The first down carry goes for no gain. Head coach for the Eagles. He was talking about Ryan Byrne, and he's the kind of kid. He's hard to keep off the field because he is so athletic, and he's making some noise at a wide receiver, and he might get some playing time just for that. But he's so good for them as a punter and kicker.
Ryan Byrne was really the Swiss Army knife for that West Salem team for a number of years. Quarterback, defensive back, kick returner, kicker, punter. He said, "Coach, what do you need me to do? I'll do everything."
Ball carried, no gain on the play by Torkelson. Gang tackled by the right side of the Viking defensive line.
Looks like they're going to mark him for a loss of 2. 4 carries for 6 yards for Torkelson.
Well, the building that we had seen coming in here for the Vikings is holding true. The defense is really, really stout. It really is.
Absolutely. And this is that spread formation that they've come out a few times so far. Oh, tipped pass almost intercepted. Looks like that was intended for Boland.
I was watching the Viking defense kind of adjust to that because that was a little bit of a, I don't know if I call it a surprise, but just making the adjustment to that spread. Here they come again with it.
Punt formation.
Punt, yeah, that'll do it.
That's a spread formation.
Spread, all right. 4th down and 12.
Nice high punt.
Yep, spiral coming down at the 38, taken by Jones. And he'll dive down to about the 47.
Good field position back for the Vikings.
As we said, tomorrow, Prairie du Chine's in town taking on La Crosse Aquinas. Watch that game on the stream or Monday night with the playback on KQEG. That'll happen at 6 o'clock.
Is that over at Roger Herring Stadium?
It is.
It's a wonderful facility.
We got new turf down this year, too. About, I don't know, about almost 10 years.
Yeah, it's been pretty close to 10 years. You know, I moved to the La Crosse area in 2010, and it was under construction when I moved here. So
there you go. Navala with the carry, first down.
Call it 11 yards on that one.
You can hear the crowd as that one slowly developed. As you got more and more space and more running room, you get him going, ooh. First down at the 43. Weber cuts it up.
Nearly tripped up from behind. But as my grandfather taught me, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah, Raffensperger had a shot at Weber and he slipped that tackle.
Looks like he picked up 4 on that one. Horseshoes and hand grenades is the name of a bluegrass band in the central Wisconsin area.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Never heard of them.
Yeah.
Pitch back to Abraham. He cuts it up behind Holden's block. And he's still on his feet. And Abraham gets a first down and a lot more. I thought he was done.
And this is what I'm talking about. It's that balance that he has and the ability to stay upright while still knifing through the defense.
You know, Abraham's got the ability tonight to get himself 100 yards.
Well, unofficially, I've got him for 68 so far, and
a lot of football time.
A lot of football to go.
As the first down to the 26. Hey, Abraham, when he gets that football, he takes big advantage of it. Running up the middle of the line, down to the 20-yard line. I think that was Holden.
That was Weber.
Weber, okay.
The keeper.
So second down and 4.
Back to pass and incomplete. Looking for his big target, Elson again.
He was. A little slant pattern that was coming there, and Elson just couldn't get there.
I could hear something from the Chi High coaches. They were yelling, Piper, Piper, Piper. That must have meant something as an indication to know that it was a pass play.
Could be. Something, obviously.
Something they saw.
So third down and 4. The way the Vikings have been playing tonight, this is 2-down territory. The pitch goes to Novella, and he drags a tackler with him.
To be fair, 2-down territory is on their own 28-yard line, as they displayed earlier this evening.
It's true. So he's just shy of the first down, so fourth and less than a yard. And the ball's on the 17-yard line. Jamming up the middle there with the Cardinals, expecting Holden to get the football. And he does on the right side, and should have the first down.
You can expect it all day, but doesn't mean you're going to be able to stop it.
Exactly. Holden's got it.
His first carry of the second half. That's him a couple more yards.
The ball spotted right on the 15-yard line. Up here in the press box, too, at halftime, they really take care of us up here at home. And they provide a little hot dog and a bottle of water or soda if you wanted. They've been so good to us up here. Pitch goes to Jaden Abraham, dives down, picking up about 5 more yards.
Yeah, and those were not just your ballpark Franks. I think those might have been Holmen Meat Locker or something.
I think that would make sense.
They were excellent.
Second down. Scoreboard 2nd and 5, it's telling us. And the ball's at the 10-yard line. Just this ground game mattered with a pass here and there for these Vikings, doing really well tonight. That one is Holden going straight ahead, and he got hit right at the line of scrimmage.
And you know, credit the defense, Mason Gettle for Chi High. Big defensive lineman, number 88, making that play.
He's a big kid, Carl, but
only a sophomore.
Another sophomore.
Another underclassman.
The pickup of a yard, so 3rd and 4. And it was a
broken play there.
Yeah.
Somebody zigged when they should have zagged.
Yeah, well, early in the season, you know, you might see a couple of those, or you don't see. We haven't seen too many of those tonight, but
and field goal unit's going to come on.
Yep, Holden kind of expected him to do that. So we've got this time in Kyle Gerald attempting this field goal, and they're going to be putting this one down at the 15, so a 25-yard attempt.
Yeah, he's been kicking the PATs tonight.
Wow.
And it's true, and it's good by plenty.
Yeah,
you know, I'm a Bears fan, and they've struggled to have one kicker. The Holmen Vikings have 2.
I know. I got to correct myself. I think that's number 48.
And we don't have a 48 on our roster, so I'm going to see if I can find out what that is while we take a little quick break. 20-0, our score, 3:18 left in the third quarter. We'll be right back on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
No matter where you are, it's easy to find Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Schneider Heating, La Crosse.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Here you are.
Right now, get over $1,700 in rebates and utility credits with your new Carrier Infinity heating and cooling system.
Call or visit us online to ask more about our Gold Star maintenance program.
Schneider Heating, West Salem.
Schneider Heating around West Salem. Here you go.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
No matter where you are.
Welcome back. It is now 22-0 on that field goal. It was Spencer Malone kicking that one from 25 yards out. So these Vikings, as you said, Carl, got the luxury of a couple of kids who can really kick.
Oh, a tough bouncer to handle.
Got himself a little bit of running yardage there, making something out of what was turning out to be pretty bad as Nicholas Bruder.
Good job by Bruder to not panic when that ball hit the ground and he didn't field it cleanly right away. Went and picked it up and made a pretty good play out of it.
Well, veteran coach Reykjavik over on the other side of the field for Chippewa Falls. I'm sure he's telling his guys to learn something out of tonight's game. Down 20-0 with 3:10 left in the third quarter. Quarterback getting sacked. Just couldn't find anybody open.
That's Drake Shams, a multi-talented player as a defensive lineman with the sack, but he's also a holder on the PAT and field goal unit. It's not something you see often from a defensive lineman.
No. So obviously they feel very comfortable in his ability to handle that football. So it's 2nd down and 12 after a loss of 2. Goodman throws it over in the flat and a little screen pass. And maybe a couple yards back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard more.
Looks like that was Mitchell Howard with the reception.
I think Caleb Mantle was in the middle of all that, making the tackle. He said he was an all-conference D-back for the Vikings last year as a junior. So they'll pick up a 4, 3rd and 8. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Single running back in the backfield, and there comes a blitz. Slips a tackle.
Just get rid of it if you're Goodman, and he's got a completion. I think the most impressive thing about that, loss of yardage notwithstanding, was that he was able to stay with it, and that there wasn't an ineligible receiver downfield. A lot of times when those plays break down, the linemen start to creep their way downfield.
And Karani with the catch on the play. Loss of about 6, so 4th down and 14, the punt's away. Here's Justin Jones taking it at the 42. He's a stiff arm, and he's going to be corralled and brought down. Good coverage by Jai High.
That's Owen Krista, sophomore. We've been saying the word sophomore a lot coming off of Chippewa Falls, but what that tells me is bright future.
Look out, yeah. This kid's getting a lot of time on the field.
Because anytime you get that kind of experience as a sophomore or a junior, it's just going to make you that much more valuable to the program as the years go on.
Well, it'll be interesting, too, because that Big Rivers Conference is always tough when you run with a squad this young. And there's a pitch out to Abraham. He's got the corner, and out he goes. He's got another 12 yards on the play, maybe 13.
Nicholas Bruder took him down.
Yeah, and he went down hard.
He hit the turf with a lot of force, and hopefully it's maybe just the wind knocked out of him or something, but it looks like they're looking at his legs. Minute 33 left in the third quarter.
They'll bring Jaden out. And Caleb Mantle will come in.
That's too bad because of how successful Jaden Abraham has been to See him go down, still down. He doesn't look like he's in a great deal of pain, but training staff gets him up, and he's walking off pretty well under his own power. So that's always good to see. Good round of applause from all the fans.
Yeah, I think Jaden first thought he was going to stay in, but got to come out.
Got to come out if the clock stops for you. You know, looking across the way, a pretty good Chippewa Falls fan contingent made their way down Highway 93 and 53 through Arcadia and Independence. And see, my in-laws lived here when we lived in Chippewa Falls, so we made this in La Crosse, so made this trip quite a few times. It's a little over 2 hours to Chippewa Falls. You see a few deer along the way.
Oh, I bet you did. Caleb Mantle with a carry. That's his first of the evening. About a 4-yard pickup, second down.
I'll tell you what, when you get up just north of Arcadia on Highway 93, that is some of the most picturesque landscape you'll ever come across.
And got the bluffs up there to see some great views. Second down. Here's Weber turning the corner. And he's got the first down and going on the outside as he bumps out to the 30-yard line.
14-yarder there for Weber. I got him unofficially 9 carries, 59 yards. So Cameron Weber with an outside shot at a 100-yard game tonight.
Well, that's the thing tonight. We talked about this, they were talking about the different options that the Vikings have, and they're showing them all tonight. So the first down to about 20 seconds in the third quarter, so it'll be the last play of this quarter. There's Mantle on the right side, and Caleb's got himself a bunch of yards as he gets close to the first down.
What does that say about this Holmen Viking team when their leading rusher of the night goes down a little bit dinged up? They bring in a guy who hasn't carried the ball at all and got 2 carries for 13 yards.
There we go. It's the end of the third quarter. 20-0. Vikings leading Chippewa Falls. We'll be back with the fourth right after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
From the bluffs to the river, surround yourself with
knowledge,
competition, the arts,
friendships.
Surround yourself with distinction.
Surround yourself with UW La Crosse.
Stop in now at our biggest sale of the summer at Interior Designs in Holmen. All our carpets are on sale, so you'll save money and get more for free. Free measuring and estimating at your home. Free furniture moving, even that heavy couch and king-size bed. Free removal of your old carpet and padding, and we'll recycle it. Free life of carpet labor warranty for as long as you own the carpet. All at the lowest prices of the year and 12 months no interest financing. Save money and get more for free during the biggest carpet sale of the year going on now at Interior Designs Holmen. Stop in now at our biggest sale of the summer at Interior Designs in Holmen. All our carpet.
Here we go into the start of the fourth quarter. 20-0. The Vikings leading Chippewa Falls. Jaden Abraham is back on the field for the Vikings, so a little injury he's able to shake off. It's a second down and 1 from the 21.
Like we were saying, though, didn't miss a beat with Caleb Model coming into the game.
There's Holden standing on his feet, and he's driving down.
Around the 5-yard line.
Yeah, exactly. And that was a great run. I mean, he kind of pick and choose where he was going to go, waiting for his blockers. Picks up about 15 yards. At the 5, so 16-yard gain. And first and goal.
approaching 60 yards on the night.
And it's again Holden. That time they collapsed on him.
Looks like he picked up a couple before he went down. 82 Bo Snyder on the play. Guess what grade he's in?
Sophomore, huh?
You nailed it.
Pretty good guess. Huh? I'm just looking down here too, and as I look down over the press box, and I can see Abraham's family. They're all there.
As you mentioned them, he hops into the end zone. 5-yard touchdown run for Abraham. Good to see him back on the field and into the end zone.
5 more yards. Aiden Abraham. You know, that might have been his first high school touchdown. I'm not sure about that, but I think it might have been his first high school touchdown on the varsity level.
Got him unofficially for 10 carries, 89 yards on the night, approaching 100 yards. And if that is indeed his first high school touchdown, what a way to do it in the season opener. Put his team out to a commanding 26. Hopefully for them to be a 27-0 lead with this PAT. Kick is up, and it is perfect.
Just like that. And they're platooning the kickers in, too, because that was, again, Spencer Malone with that extra point. 10:46 left in the game, and now it's 27-0. We'll take a break and be right back after this in the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
No matter where you are, it's easy to find Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Schneider Heating, La Crosse.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Here you are.
Right now, get over $1,700 in rebates and utility credits with your new Carrier Infinity heating and cooling system.
Call or visit us online to ask more about our Gold Star maintenance program.
Schneider Heating, West Salem.
Schneider Heating around West Salem. Here you go.
Turn to the experts, Carrier.
You know Boyer's Furniture. We've been in business over 100 years selling quality furniture at budget prices. But who's choosing the furniture we're selling?
We picked out sofas, and more sofas. We picked out love seats, and more love seats.
We picked out recliners,
and more recliners.
Dining room furniture, bedroom furniture.
With buyers like these and USA brands like Ashley, Marshfield, and Best, you can't do better than Boyer Furniture.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter, 10:46, a 27-0 lead for these Holmen Vikings. A couple of field goals and 3 touchdowns. The scoring for these Vikings tonight. The opening season non-conference game. Good end-over-end kickoff going down to the 5-yard line.
And that was Malone with the kickoff. We've been seeing a lot of Brecken Turner so far. We got a penalty flag from the referee. It looks like holding is the preliminary call.
That was Nicholas Bruder with the return. Flags on the 21-yard line.
So Chi High is going to start deep in their own territory.
Yeah, I'm sure the Vikings would like to be able to hold on to this shutout if they could.
There's nothing that pumps up a team more than a shutout. You know, as a defense, to say that they never sniffed our end zone is a pretty big feather in your cap.
There were 2 shutouts last year for these Vikings. No more, and like to start the season off the same way. So with the penalty, the ball goes back to the 12-yard line.
Whereas Chippewa Falls was not shut out at all last season.
Pass complete for a first down. A little down and out pattern. Benjamin Karani.
That's his first catch of the night.
Been targeted a couple of times. First one he got in there. He's a big kid. 6'3".
12-yard gain on the play.
Started out at 75 degrees tonight, and it's been pretty steady. We're only down to 69 right now. Perfect night for football.
Next week, Holmen heads to Menominee, another Big Rivers opponent. We mentioned Joe Labuda joining Chuck Rakovich in the 2020 Wisconsin Football Coaches Association Hall of Fame class. And that's going to be done in Nona Williams Stadium on the campus of UW Stout. Another beautiful facility. Art, you and I have been there before. Actually, I remember it was a snowy evening in October.
Yeah,
Holmen and Menominee for a postseason game.
In the middle of the season, these Vikings will be taking on Stevens Point. That's another tough team, and that was by design. And an incomplete pass.
That was just a good effort by Goodman to just get rid of it. Hayden Goodman running for his life.
I was going to say, he was going to take a loss, and he was able to get that one out there. So third down and about 6.
And you mentioned Chi High. We head into Medford next week. In their first home game, tough opponent. The Menominee squad led by Joe Labuda.
Down and out pass. Oh, look out. You got some running room. Finally brought down.
That was a big play for Ben Steinmetz.
Yeah. Adam Quam making the tackle. But that was a big, big play.
Good elusiveness from Steinmetz as well. 25 yards on the play.
Yeah, this is a lot of second-team players out there right now for the Vikings.
Still see a few starters.
Yep. Not everybody.
See Caleb Model still out there, as is Sam Barnett, Drake Shams.
And again,
dangerous pass. And a nice play to haul that in for Karani.
And that was just one of those things just throw it up high enough for only he can get it.
That's the beauty of having big targets as receivers. You don't have to be as accurate.
Can be a little forgiving when you got something like that going on.
They call it catch radius. They've got a large catch radius. Guys like Julio Jones, Calvin Johnson.
Second down and 3. Inside handoff.
Steinmetz has shown some speed.
Still on his feet. Finally tackled at the 25.
A 14-yard carry for Steinmetz. That's his first carry of the second half. He had the big play through the air. Yeah, had 2 carries for 6 yards in the first half.
Jaden Nesseth coming back in for the Vikings, so I think they're going to try to beef up that line a little bit more. He was out of the lineup for this series of plays.
Got to hang on to the shutout.
That's what I think they want to do.
No shame in that.
And up the middle.
Steinmetz again.
And Nesseth was in the middle of that tackle. So a 2-yard gain, second and 8 at the 23. A little bit of the spread look again. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Goodman looking to his right, throwing towards the end zone.
Back shoulder catch. We got a flag in the backfield. It was a late penalty flag that got dumped. And
roughing the passer with it?
I think so.
So that 23-yard touchdown pass goes to Karani.
I believe it was. That's probably going to stand.
I thought when I watched that in the end zone, I thought Karani got away with a push on the defensive player.
I think I'll respectfully disagree. that I saw it as a back shoulder move to just free himself up. I don't really think he made much contact. Jack Meyer on to attempt the extra point.
And
Low
he's got
snap,
it.
but he's got a good leg.
So on the board. Shy high. 7:50 left in the contest. Now it's 27-7. Pizza Corral in Holmen. This should be your favorite pizza place. The old family recipe pizza sauce, an original or pan-style crust, locally ground sausage, and Pizza Corral doesn't skimp on the toppings. Try them. And you can also try their you can eat noon pizza buffet. Roasted chicken is the best. Dine in or carry it out, or they deliver. Pizza Corral in Holmen. I've been there. It's good.
Yeah, we had it for lunch today at the shop.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. It's kind of one of our staples. We're not far from Pizza Corral, so went and picked that up for lunch. Got a couple of Lenny's, which is a meat lovers. And it looks like the roughing the passer penalty will be enforced on the kickoff here. So they will be kicking off from the opposing 45-yard line.
Wow. Hey, next week we got two great games. Taking on the Eau Claire schools. Central's at Eau Claire Memorial. And on Friday night, that happens on Thursday. On Friday night, Logan is at Eau Claire North. We'll stream those games live from Carson Park. You'll watch them on Saturday, starting at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I'll be watching those games from home. I've got the week off.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, not bad.
All right, here we go. And a line drive kick that'll go through the end zone.
See, and right there is something that I've never understood. The only team that I've ever seen take advantage of a situation where a penalty allows you to kick off way further forward than you normally would is they just kick it through the end zone.
Oh.
The only team that I've seen that takes advantage of it, and I hate to give them credit, is the New England Patriots, where Steven Gostkowski will pop one up and try and drop it on about the 5-yard line and make them return it. Because then
not a bad idea.
Your coverage team has time to get down there.
And they got to handle it.
So many teams just blasted through the end zone, and then what's the point of the penalty?
Fumble in exchange to the center, to the quarterback. So Weber covers it up. And so the exchange will cause about a yard of a loss on the play, second down 11.
You know, the Vikings have played well tonight, but they haven't been devoid of mistakes.
No.
It is the first night of the season, and that's something they're going to want to clean up. They've had a couple of bad exchanges from center to quarterback or quarterback to running back, and so, you know, that'll be a play that will be scrutinized in film study on Monday.
Definitely these Vikings, they're one of the few schools who see this, but they've got the video, but they've also got on the sideline a big 65, 70.
At least it's huge.
It's TV
on a big
there.
stand.
Yeah, so the kids can go over there and take a look exactly what's going on.
And the coaching staff just to our right in the press box here, they've got multiple laptops set up they've got end zone cameras, so they can see a lot of stuff.
High tech here at the Vikings.
They don't mess around.
That was a run on the left side of the line. And it looked like Abraham was the carrier. So, about another 6 yards for him.
He's very close to that 100-yard plateau. He's about 5 yards shy. It looks like the punting unit is going to come on.
And Brecken Turner will do the punting this time around. Turner with a high snap. And he got it off the side of his foot.
Lucky it wasn't blocked.
Yeah. Goes out of bounds at about the 43-yard line of the Vikings.
Good field position for Chi High. Yeah, you're right, 43-yard line. With 5:51 left, this game is not over.
That was a nice pass.
Another quick score here, and we got ourselves a ball game. So that's not a good start for the Cardinals.
Snapped over the head, and Goodman just throws it out of bounds.
He got decked in the backfield, too. Good pursuit there by Drake Shams.
Mentioned him a couple of times tonight.
Well, every single kick, be it a PAT or a field goal tonight, has been kicked through the hands of him. Good holder.
Yeah, 6'1", 200 pounds, 205 pounds.
That's worth a lot. I mean, Tony Romo gets scrutinized to this day for the muffed hold in the playoffs in 06. Anytime you got a bad hold, not pretty.
Going down here to Goodman.
Boy, I got to give props to Hayden Goodman for standing in there and taking these hits. He's taken quite a few back to throw. And no fear. You see a lot of young quarterbacks will just cower down and take the sack. But he's always trying to make a play.
The guy I'm listening most is a running back, so he probably likes that as well. So I'm not afraid to get popped.
He's not a big kid. 5'11", 170 pounds.
Third down and 10. Straight back goes Goodman. Got a little screen going on underneath. That's not going to generate anything.
Steinmetz is going to be taken down for a loss. And at this point, it's pretty much 4-down territory the rest of the way for the Cardinals.
Yeah. Tackle on that play was Adam Quam. Right now we got a 4th down and 12.
Holmen's defense just needs to keep everything in front of them, make sure tackles, don't let anything leak over the top.
This set has got 3 wide receivers to the left. That's the way Goodman's looking back over the middle. Oh, he's got him.
Nice play, but I don't think he's going to get there.
See where they mark that. The line judge on the far side is the way he's walking in. Carl, I think he's got it.
That is mighty close.
They haven't signaled.
They're still looking at it. They got the first down. My goodness.
Not by much.
That's a heck of a play by Boland to get the first down out of that. Also, great execution. Good misdirection by having the trips left, threw back to his right, found his man.
So it's at the 33, 1st and 10. We're at 4.5 minutes left in the game.
Inside screen jump pass. It looks like Tim Tebow out there.
Actually ran back into one of his own linemen there.
Jake Thompson looked a little bewildered when his
turned around there.
When he got run into by Steinmetz.
Yeah. No gain on the play. 2nd down. .345. Clock is moving. Goodman looking to his left, now over the middle. Throws behind his receiver and bring up a 3rd down. We talked a little bit about UW Lacrosse Eagles tonight, and They're going to be playing on KQEG TV. They open the season with Concordia. That's September 7th. You can see it live at kqegtv.com starting at 1 o'clock, or the playback on Tuesday night. That happens at 7 o'clock.
It's hard for me to fathom that September 7th is only a couple weeks away.
It just keeps coming.
Feels like the summer just disappeared.
When football season kicks in, it really does. Third down. 3rd and 10. Looking to his left. Goodman airing it out. And
jump ball situation. A lot of contact. Good no call.
Rylan Wall on the defense of that. Rylan was the quarterback for 7 games last year. And we were talking and hearing about what Coach Kowalski was saying. He says, those Wall and Kant, both those kids saw a lot of playing time last year. We're going to find places for them.
Completely invaluable experience. I mean, there's no substitute for actually being able to step into a game and have real game experience.
Here we go with the 4th down.
If Weber does have to miss any time, they know they've got some trusty backups.
4th down pass is incomplete. It'll go over to the Vikings.
And I think at this point, we might see some second unit players make their way onto the field. 3:29 to go. It's kind of right on that edge of maybe get a couple of first downs, and
but it still looks like that.
Looks like the starting offense is out there. Maybe get a couple of first downs, and they may make some substitutions.
Here we go. 3:29 left in the contest. Ball spotted at the 33. Pitched it back to Jaden Abraham, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and then gang tackled.
That is the first carry of Jaden Abraham under 4 yards tonight.
He's the big play kid.
I got him for 96 yards on 12 carries.
They're using him properly, at least tonight, as far as the speed this kid has. And
the agility.
Oh, you get a few teams scouting this, you're going to say, we've got to watch out for him. I think he's kind of a bonus in the package this year.
Absolutely, because all eyes are on Brett Holden as far as the primary scouting.
1 yard pickup.
As you would expect.
Yeah.
And there he goes.
Holden again. And he will be very close to the first down marker.
Looks like they're stopping the clock for make sure that it is a first down. And it is.
It is. So a 9 yard pickup. Out to the 43-yard line.
14 carries, 70 yards for Brett Holden. Has yet to see the end zone. Had 11 scores last year.
Boy, I tell you, those yards that he's got tonight were all tough ones.
Very hard-earned.
Now they're working the clock.
As they should.
Abraham, there he goes.
There's his 100 yards.
Way to go, Jaden. Across the 45.
Gain about 13 there.
Big night for the senior.
He'll be getting some attention from some college scouts, I would imagine. Could see him at about, maybe he'll stick with the maroon and gray.
You never know.
UW Lacrosse.
Not sure what his
aspirations are.
What his thoughts are. At the 45-yard line. 141 going, and Weber now working the clock with kneel down.
The worst thing about that is that hurts Cameron Weber's rushing stats. The kneel down. Other than that, it's pretty good.
And the Vikings just letting that clock roll. We're at 1:10 left in the contest. And they're just all going to watch the backfield judge as soon as he starts making the motion. There it goes. We're down to 5 seconds. And he snaps and kneels down. And the clock, with his play clock anyway, was cranked at 50 seconds. So we got a third down. And one more kneel down, and that'll do it. And Weber checking the clock. And the backfield judge. And that should do it. Another kneel down for Weber. And the team's coming out to congratulate each other.
So unofficially, I've got leading the way. 13 carries, 109 yards and a touchdown for Jaden Abraham. 14 carries, 70 yards for Brett Holden. 13 carries for 54 yards for Cameron Weber. 6 carries, 39 yards for Nathan Navala and a touchdown. And 2 carries, 13 yards for Model. And the Holmen Vikings enjoy a good opening week win.
They do, and game kind of played out as we had thought it would. Not too much passing by the Vikings, and using a lot of different running backs, including Weber at the QB spot, and having a lot of success with it on a lot of different fronts here, because you kind of go up and down that lineup. I'm sure the Vikings were flirting with pretty close to almost 300 yards in the ground.
Well, if you put those totals together, roughly 120, 230, another 50 yards there, 280 yards roughly on the ground.
And as the Vikings obviously do, they come over to the sideline.
Recite the Holmen Creed.
They do.
It is one of my favorite traditions in the Cooley region. And I can say for sure.
They come over here. It's Parents' Night, a big win, 27-7 for these Vikings tonight. Opening game for both these two clubs. Chippewa Falls out of the Big Rivers, and Holmen Vikings out of the Mississippi Valley. And Vikings, as we said earlier in the contest, are looking to be one of the teams that could challenge for the championship again this year, trying to repeat. Central and Onalaska also in that mix right now in many of the discussions.
So Thursday night, Holmen heads to Menominee to take on Menominee, so on a short week. That's always a bit of a challenge, although school is yet to start, so the practice schedule is a little bit easier to handle. But Chippewa Falls heads to Medford next week, Friday night. It should be a good one there.
The team's just waiting for everybody to get up there, and they'll do the chant, the creed. And we'll finish up the broadcast with listening to that. I think they're all over there now. Once again, a 27-7 win for the Holmen Vikings. There you got it. 27-7 Vikings defeating Chi High tonight. For Luke on camera, Carl Greenfield, this is Art Fay. I want to thank you for joining us on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
You've been watching the KQEG TV High School Game of the Week. Tonight's game featured the Chippewa Falls Cardinals and the Holmen Vikings. The KQEG TV High School Game of the Week is made possible by our sponsors, like Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Your comfort is their business. On Southwest 2nd Avenue in Onalaska. Schumacher Kish Funeral and Cremation Services in La Crosse, La Crescent, and Onalaska. Boyer's Furniture. Quality furniture at affordable prices on South Avenue, La Crosse. The University of Wisconsin La Crosse. Surround yourself with distinction. Surround yourself with UWL. Pizza Corral. Round up the family and head for Pizza Corral on Holmen Drive in Holmen. Interior Design. Flooring for your home or office at Interior Design in Holmen. Citizen State Bank. A banking experience like no other with locations in La Crosse and Onalaska. And by Premier Spine Health and Injury on Main Street in Holmen. Get back in the game with Premier Spine Health and Injury. Thanks for watching high school football on KQEG TV and KQEGTV.com.